Hey everyone, so here is my new Spinn coffee maker. It's the Pro version, and what that means is basically there is a water hookup in the back, so you can have direct water and don't have to actually refill the bucket or the water canister in the back all the time. If you have this capability, I definitely would suggest buying the Pro version because this thing does use quite a bit of water. So it'll make your cup of coffee. After it makes your cup of coffee, it will put the grounds in here. They're usually dry also, and then basically you can just dump this out. I usually dump it in my compost, but also it will do a cleaning cycle afterwards, and that cleaning cycle will kind of drip into this drip tray. And this drip tray, you'll have to actually dump it out often. So the machine cleans itself, which is really, really great. Also, you can see that there's a few sensors that'll tell you, hey, that the water, whatever, the drip tray is full. It'll also tell you, hey, the compost, or not the compost, the actual grounds are actually like full too. This one is actually the water, so it'll tell you, hey, there's not enough water. And then this one is the coffee beans, so it'll tell you if there's not enough coffee beans or it's getting low. So yeah, like if you definitely have that capability of connecting this directly to your water main. Mine's close to my refrigerator, but I also have an inline filter that I put in. So this one actually has a filter that goes inside of the water bin in the back, but I actually don't have it in there because I already have a water filter. And those filters actually look like this. So they are roughly, I think they're like $20, $30 or something like that. That needs to be changed every few months. And so that can get kind of costly. These are pretty much the same thing, really, really cheap from Home Depot or so, or wherever you can find them for about like $14 each. They last about 6 months or so. In terms of how the coffee machine knows if the coffee is running out of beans, there's actually like a sensor here. So I think maybe it's a laser or something, or some type of optical. But here, when this basically doesn't see that there is something obstructing it, it knows that the coffee beans are low. So that's when the light will turn on, and also you should be, or I think it gives you a notification also. On the top, you can actually put in any type of coffee beans that you want. I currently have Phil's coffee from San Francisco in here, and they don't actually, it doesn't recognize it because it's not on the marketplace yet, but I've requested it. But for the most part, you take a picture with the app, then it will grind and also brew the coffee exactly to the manufacturer's or the roaster's specification. So that's kind of nice. There's actually quite a bit of roasters on their marketplace as well. So if you're adventurous and want to try new things, you can do that. But for the most part, it fits a whole pound of beans on the top. So that's kind of nice that you can just dump the whole bag. Also, when the beans do get low, it will automatically order the beans if you have something set up on your marketplace too. So that's actually kind of nice, so you're never out of beans or coffee. So on the front, you actually can see that there's some preset options. So this is espresso. This might be Americano. I don't really know. This is a normal coffee cup. And then this is face. You can actually program within the app 4 different versions of coffee that you want. So I have espresso, I have a doppio, I have a 16-ounce coffee, and then this is just hot water. And then when you're ready to, brew that, you just press the spin button. You can also have the option of actually brewing directly from the app, and there's tons of versions. So they even have like a affogato. There's also some alcoholic drinks that you can actually make too. So that requires a, I don't know, the frother, the accessory that they have. So, so yeah. And then down here, here is a tray. And this tray actually goes into there, so you can actually put an espresso cup without it actually splattering everywhere. For the most part, I haven't really used that at all. I think this is supposed to only go one way because these are magnets on here, and it uses quite a bit of magnets to actually see exactly where the sensors are on the machine. So when I was actually setting this up, this was not registering, and it was not allowing me to go forward in the actual machine or the actual setup process. But when I turned this around, it actually worked. So I was afraid that I was going to have to return it back, but luckily I was able to fix it and figure it out. This is from Surla Table. I think there's 7 or 8 ounces or something like that. And then here is a 12-ounce coffee cup as well too, so you can kind of see it's pretty much right on it in terms of sizing, so there's not much wiggle room. And then also here's a 16-ounce coffee cup, which is a lot larger, but it can do all of those sizes. The only thing is if you have like a travel mug, which they do sell, obviously it's not going to fit. If you put this on a platform, I think you could actually get your normal kind of stuff in there. You don't have to actually have this in here to actually brew something, so that gives you the options of using your own mugs if you have that, or taller mugs too. In terms of cleaning this thing, there is, within the app, it'll tell you exactly what to do. There is a side piece on here. I think this is to clean the blades or something. I haven't cleaned it yet, just mainly because I've had this about a month so far. And for the most part, yeah, I'm really liking this thing. I think I drink too much coffee now because it's so easy to brew something. The machine actually exceeded my expectations. The coffee tastes really, really well because prior to this, I was always doing pour overs. Since I've been drinking fills for so long, I know exactly how it should taste, and this thing is brewing it exactly the way that I want. So I'm doing this also as a cold brew. I'm also using this as a espresso, sometimes a cappuccino, and a normal pour over too. But yeah, I try to make this review because when I was doing research, I didn't really find many reviews. So hopefully this helps for anyone looking. And then I'll go ahead and make an espresso really quick. So right now it's warming up. So it's warming the water, the heating elements, and then the next step, it'll start grinding the coffee beans. So you can hear it right now, it's spinning, and then now it's going to start dispensing after it does that whole thing. But I was actually surprised how well it's able to make its foam, the crema, too. And yeah, it's a really good cup of espresso. This thing does, again, like have the app. I did request if this was going to have any home automation type of thing. So since I'm nice and lazy, when I turn off my alarm clock, can this start brewing a cup of coffee for me? Or if I ask Google, brewing a cup of coffee as well too. But also just because, yeah, I just like home automation. But they said that that's not in the works for the time being, but hopefully that comes in the future with some updates to the machine. But yeah, it's a great machine. Love it. Again, it just refilled basically the thing in the back, the water thing, and then it usually starts cleaning itself, I don't know, maybe about 5 minutes or so later. So that way, if you leave your coffee cup, you're not gonna have a bunch of dirty water in it. So, so here is the marketplace also. So this will allow you to directly buy from their app store. So you can get local roasters, perfect deals, and then what's on sale. Also, you can buy directly any of the accessories, so maintenance kits, water filters, the craft, milk frothers, or travel mugs. But also, the cool thing is if you ever need any extra parts, they directly sell those as well too, which I thought was pretty cool. This is where you would set up your automatic orders. So then that way, when your machine is running low, it'll automatically order that stuff for you. And then here are pretty much all of the different types of coffees that you can make. But here you can notice that it's saying unknown coffee because the coffee that I have is not part of their market place. But in order for you to put coffee that it knows into the app, you would click on this button. That would then allow you to scan the bag directly. So not just the barcode, but you would actually just scan the whole coffee bag. And then from there, it will be able to recognize whatever coffee that you have that's in the marketplace. But here are pretty much all of the drinks that you can create, which are all coffee based. Um, and then also here's a bunch of special drinks, which is pretty cool. So if you wanted to make one of these, this has like condensed milk. It also has some alcohol. And then it basically tells you what you need and then how to make it. And then also, if you have the milk frother or if you have your own milk frother, you can make those types of drinks too. So, yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. I've also left a URL link if you want $100 off. If you're planning on purchasing this machine too. Again, I've been really happy with it. For the amount of money it is a little pricey. So I had to definitely figure out a way to justify the price. But I think it's on sale for $650 right now. But for the most part, if you go out and get coffee like I was doing, it actually is not too expensive. It actually, I'm saving money now because I'm brewing it in the house instead of actually going to the place. So again, look for that URL code and then, yeah, happy coffee drinking.